Hey, Mama.
What's up? Stay over there. I might have
Oh,
yeah.
everything, right?
Let's talk
Everything.
about it. Let's talk about it. What did we do? We did nine, was it 9 to 12?
Um, I want to say 8, 9. No, you're right. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. So
Uh,
Married at Sight, episodes 9, 10, 11, 12, season 17
yeah.
for
And I'm
people who
just
haven't watched.
gonna let you know right now, like I've been in Kentucky. I mean, you know this, but I've been in Kentucky for the last several days. I watched all but one of these before I left. So it's been a minute since I've seen them. So I don't know. I made some notes, but hopefully I can even remember what the fuck happened. Because
Right? Yeah, I have my notes. And I really want to be like understanding. This is where I want to come from. I want to come from a place of understanding and empathy and I don't know. I just am struggling because after I watched episode 12, which is like jumping the gun, I'm just like I'm confused here. I don't know why any of you signed up for this show. I don't know what your expectations or thoughts were. Um I just am like, okay, whatever. Like I don't know why any of you people signed up for this show. This was not your show. You guys all needed to be on Love is Blind. You missed the mark. You
I mean,
missed.
that's true. But God love you for wanting to come from empathy because I am just like ready to let some people have it. Like,
Well, I was thinking, like, okay, so I could see the appeal to wanting to be on this show. I really can. I can see the appeal to want to just finally find your person. I get that. I see the excitement behind it, the ideas behind it. What I don't understand is were these people just expecting it to be like a complete match? Like great, we met and now we're just like the perfect couple and
they act like
I
that
just
they
don't
should have
understand.
had an instantaneous, like beyond spark. Like it should have been instantaneous, like want to fuck your brains out, want to like talk about everything and agree on all of it, want
Yeah.
to like just have no disagreement. We just totally align on everything. Like that seems to be kind of what most of their expectations were. I think Lauren had a good head on her shoulders about it.
Yes. I
Um,
literally was thinking that in the car as I was like coming here and getting set up. That was my thought was that I really want to be empathetic, but I feel like Lauren and maybe Becca and Austin, Emily, I don't know.
I think Emily had a good perspective or seems to have one too. But and yeah, Becca and Austin, yes, but I have some things to say about them. So we're gonna have to get into that because
Yeah, we can start with them. We don't need to talk about Lauren and Orion because if anybody has watched this show, they probably also feel our pain at this point in time. Like, I'm
well
sure other people watched it and binge the whole season and they know what's happening.
and I
But
don't
I think
think
everybody can feel our pain.
right, but I'm trying to remember because like I said, I watched this like I don't know, a week ago now. Um
Yeah.
was it in episode 9 where it came up that, or was it already in the last episode we talked about it, where she had been with someone 2 months before they
Yes,
met?
we really could have went on to 9 and included that last time, but they did discuss it again. Yeah.
Yeah, and like they ended up getting, like he said he wants a divorce because he
Thank
just
goodness.
can't like deal. He just can't deal. And I am just gonna be blunt and say this. He is giving limp dick energy. That's what he's giving.
He's just so immature. He's very immature, indecisive. Like, I
Ugh.
think that he doesn't really know what he wants because anytime they're with other people, he like will kind of sugarcoat it and
Mhm.
present it in a certain way. And then when they're alone together, he will say something completely different. And
Right.
it's like okay. And I liked how she just cut to the chase, and the one episode, she was like, it's more than just a disagreement or whatever he was trying to like make it seem like it was fine. And she's like,
Right.
no, this is like not what's happening is not okay.
And he also has zero boundaries, zero. But he wants everyone to like respect all of these major boundaries he has. Like you have to walk on total eggshells around him because he
Yes,
just
that's
has
literally what
so
I was
many boundaries. But like he doesn't
that's what
respect,
I was thinking.
yeah, but he doesn't respect anyone's boundaries. Like when she was saying, look, I have had enough and I don't want to talk about this anymore. And he just like kept going and going. And she's like, I have had enough and we've discussed it enough and I need a break. Like she had to say it, I don't even know how many times because he just
Yeah.
doesn't give a shit like what she needs or wants. It's all about him. And I don't know. I just think if like your nervous system is that dysregulated, you have to know going on a show like this that that's going to be dysregulating to your nervous system anyway, right? Like suddenly being married to a stranger, of course you're going to be dysregulated. But like, so you have to kind of have the foresight to know that and have some tools, I think. But like, it seems like he already had a dysregulated nervous system before ever coming in, the way he's acting with like, he had all these walls and boundaries set up to like try to keep himself safe. But in actuality, ultimately that doesn't keep you safe.
Yeah, I don't even know about these walls and boundary. I don't know. I don't know what his motivation is. I guess I'm confused by it because at one point it was like, well, I have to stand up for all these, indigenous people or whatever he said, and like, you know, put my foot down and think about how to proceed because of my culture basically. And I'm just thinking like, okay, I don't think that that's like your place. I guess like you're not responsible for how every person in your community feels. Like it's
Exactly.
not their relationship, it's not their marriage. So let's say she says something else, or she doesn't like, you know, to wear, I don't know, maybe she doesn't like to wear Native American clothes. They're itchy for her skin or something. I'm just thinking about something silly. Are you
Yeah.
going to have to consult every person that is in the Native American community and ask them their opinion?
Right.
Like that is not your job. Like, and to me,
Yeah.
maybe some people in your culture think that you're overblowing this situation and they're like, oh, I think Lauren's a catch and you're really missing out. But is he caring about what those people think?
Right. I also think when she said, I think it was in episode 12, she said something when like all the couples got together. She said like she made like a really horrible comment, like a horrible racial comment or something.
Offensive comment.
Yeah, offensive. And I just felt like I think she's really taking on more than she even needs to
Yes.
because I don't, again, she literally just did not know what redskin meant. And by looking at her husband and recognizing who he is as a human and seeing that he does have red tone in his skin, that gave her the aha to understand something. How is that offensive? How is that a problem?
I just think it's very, I don't know, promoted in our culture and our society today to, and I don't want to say blow up. Maybe he really does feel super offended. Apparently he does. I don't know. But to like nitpick every little thing, every little situation and like project it and blow it up to be like, please, to be like 1,000 times bigger than what the person who said it intended it to be. Or yeah, I don't understand the whole thing. And honestly, like if he can't make it work with her, I don't think he's going to make it work with anyone unless he finds himself a Native American woman, because
Yeah.
Even then, I don't know. Like, even then, I don't know.
Yeah. It seems
I have a
like
lot going on.
it seems like he just is offended by everything. So yeah, we don't even have to beat that dead horse anymore. It's just a matter of, I think ultimately good for her. Like she was upset that he wanted a divorce, but probably this is just going to work out the best for her because ultimately I think she will look back and say, thank God I dodged that bullet.
Yes, I think that is exactly how she'll feel and just be, I hope so. I hope so. But I feel like her desire to be married also has a big influence on this. And I think she's just such a nice person in general that she wants to like make it work. That's how I feel about it. But I think
Well, yeah, and she took it seriously. She said that.
he's just super annoying to me. His whole like trying to make it seem one way in front of people and then seem another way in front of other people. And I'm just like, good riddance. I'm tired of hearing about this. Like, honestly, I don't want to
Yeah.
hear any more about this situation. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
You're offended. You don't want to be with her. Moving on.
We get it.
Let's wrap it up here.
Watch me.
Um,
Because I think I need to.
so you mentioned Becca and Austin. Do you want to go there?
Yeah, let's go there first. I will say this. I do like their strategy of like getting to know each other's personalities before they really dig into the big stuff because I think that if Lauren and Orion approached it that way, they might have handled the situation differently. I would assume.
I don't know because I think his personality is to get offended by everything.
Yeah, to fly off the handle.
And to be so inconsistent and not steady at all, which is like he is all like he has such an imbalance of tons of feminine energy and no masculine.
Yes.
And like women can have that imbalance too. Like it's not even just because he's a man, but it's like, especially as a man, I notice it that it's like so out of balance.
Yeah.
So I don't know that it would have changed things, but I do understand what you're saying about the strategy because like Becca and Austin don't have the same religious beliefs. And so they've kind of touched on that could maybe come into play with how they raise their kids.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of like building a foundation of things that they do like about each other before getting real serious in those conversations.
Yeah.
I will say the thing that I am perplexed by.
Here, please. You guys are really loud. Yeah. What are you perplexed by?
Is that they clearly have chemistry. They clearly like each other so much. And they haven't had sex and she wants to and he doesn't. And he told the sex therapist when they met with her that it's because he wants to feel emotionally connected and not like he's just banging someone. And the sex therapist was like, well, it seems like you all are emotionally connected. So, like, where does that come from? And he was like, well, like with past girlfriends. And I guess I'm thinking, okay, number one, like, she's not your girlfriend, she's your wife. Number two, you definitely have an emotional connection. Number three, it's like how you show up in your sex that makes it emotionally connected or not. You can show up disconnected or connected. So, however you show up in your sexual relationships, that's what brings that connection or doesn't, right?
Yes.
So, like, I just see him holding himself back a lot. Like, I just think he's like, he's got the brakes on, he's like slamming them down, and he's just like, I am not doing this. I'm not going there. And I can't exactly understand it.
Yeah, I think he's holding back in a lot of ways though, because they talked to the pastor guy about it too, about how they're like not in love. And he's like, well, how do you know you're not in love already?
Right.
And I really like that question because I was like, I think a lot of the times we get in our own way and we all think things have to be a certain timing or a certain what, like, there's just like all these fake rules we put on things. And I almost feel like Austin definitely has put a lot of fake rules on this, like coming into it.
Yeah.
And if he would just relax and go with the flow and like see, because I also thought about that with like Cameron and Claire. Like, I feel like they were getting closer and it was like, well, I don't feel romantically connected. And I'm like, you guys just need to kiss. Like, that's what like makes me very angry about this whole show is that they all went on this to get married and they've all gotten married and they all are not accepting it for some reason. Like, you signed up to get married, and Lydia, please help her. And nobody wants to accept it.
Right.
It's
And
so
I think
strange to me.
yeah, and the thing about Camden and Claire, it's funny you brought them up because I made a note that I felt like I want to read what I put, but if I can find it. But it was I said when he was talking about because he in one of I think it was episode 12 said he just didn't see it working out between them and maybe they should go in and end it. And I said Cameron seems to be pulling out instead of penetrating. We need big dick energy. Like he wants to penetrate her. He's saying, and I don't only mean sexually, but like men penetrate with their energy, with their bodies, with like that is what a man does. And he's talked about like he is attracted to her. He wants to touch her. He wants to kiss her. But he's not doing it. He's not penetrating her in any way. Even like with his presence, just penetrating her with his presence of like, I know who I am and I've got this and I want you. And so
I wonder if him and Becca would have been a better I wonder if him and Becca would have been a better match.
Oh,
because I feel like him and Becca were both like in it to win it. Like, let's do this. Let's get this done. I feel like Cameron has really changed. Like when they were leaving the honeymoon, he's like, okay, I messed up like on the way in, so I want to do better. And he like brought her those flowers and like I was like, man, I didn't like you, but I'm really starting to like you. Like, and the whole time they're sitting there debating this crap, I'm just like, will you please just kiss, 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 kiss? Like, try it because you don't know. He might not be like the most physically handsome person you've ever seen in your life, but he might be able to bring it like with a kiss and in the bedroom. Like you are not even.
And he's
like,
not ugly by any means. He's not ugly.
Girl, that's enough, please. Be quiet or leave this room.
Watch out. There's a swimming fish.
They're not going to be quiet, but
so I don't think he is unattractive, but I really think at this point, like in the beginning, all that stuff he said was so rude, but like at the airport about the bag and all that. But he did come back and handle it better when they left the honeymoon. You're exactly right. And I also think at this point, like Claire is a big part of the problem in their relationship because she just keeps putting him down for every single thing he does. Like literally, like in one of the
he definitely has a lot of control issues.
So many control issues. And I'm like, these are the people that are becoming therapists in our world. Great. Like go do your own therapy first. But she literally
I feel like some people have that mentality of like, I'm right and everybody else is wrong.
Yes, and that's how she's acting. She went off about and was putting him down because he uses too big of words. Like really? That's what you're gonna latch onto, that he uses too big of words. And
Yeah.
also, I thought it was an opportunity when he was like,
We did this one.
they were eating, and he said something about, oh, the noises of like mastication or whatever he said. And she's like, why
Yeah.
didn't you just say chewing? And he's like, oh, because, you know, I got to use big words so people know how smart I am. Like, I thought that could be so playful, right? But instead of playing back with him and flirting,
Yeah.
she was like, oh, like she was so mad and like disgusted that he said that. And that was so judgmental to me because it's like, he's trying to be playful with you. He's trying to like invite you into play. And she just has zero ability to, and again, I understand like the nervous system's probably revved up. Oh my God, I married this stranger, whatever. But like accessing a little bit of that play, doing your own nervous system regulation so that you can get there is important.
It makes you wonder if she was like super attracted to the guy, if she would be different. Like if she just thought he was like the hottest guy ever, would she be different? Because I feel like Brennan and Emily are also going through the same spell. Lydia. I need you guys to leave.
Oh,
Yes.
we don't want to
Okay, you can play later. I will tell you when I'm done. Go. Thank you. I think like Emily and Brennan and Emily, Brennan's having the same issues. Like he just can't get over himself. And I feel like Claire can't get over herself to just relax and enjoy the process. It's like, I just don't know what these people expected because,
Me?
yes, please. I don't know what these people expected because I think, did they think that they were just gonna like walk into supermodels or what? Like, I don't understand like what they expected. Clearly, this show needs to define what they're attracted to a lot more or something because
But
I'm just annoyed. Like the whole thing, all of it annoys me because they didn't even move in together at first. I'm like, wait, why do you have a choice? Yeah. Like you guys picked the right show because other shows, like you have to follow the script and the way they want it to be. Like, and if you step out of line with that, then you have penalties or whatever. But these people just kind of like, I don't want to live with you yet, or I don't know. I want a divorce already. Like, what the heck?
So, what I found interesting about the Brandon and Emily situation, and I agree with you, like he just can't get over himself because when they were on their honeymoon, they had a lot of chemistry and you could tell there was definitely attraction. I personally think she said this, and I agree with her. I do think he's like self-sabotaging. There's something that's happening that like he has a competing commitment somewhere. Like he says he wants marriage. He says he wants this.
He doesn't want a divorce. He said that multiple times.
Yeah. And he really seems to have fun on the honeymoon and all that. And he said even then he was attracted to her and everything. And something shifted. And I think when that happened, I can't speak for what it was because he can't articulate it at all. But it's one of those things, like I will say I've experienced where when someone really starts liking me, like I have been in relationships in the past where I can't handle that. And I'll just be like, oh, gross. I'm done now. Like, and I'll just find anything, not consciously on purpose, but there could be like the most stupid thing that just is like, I'm done. It gives me the ick. I can't be around this person. Like I'm breaking up with them.
It's like a fight or flight response. Like,
yeah,
I know what you're saying. I know what you mean.
and I mean, like, even in like my current relationship, I've had to really face that part of myself. Like I'm having to really like, it's gotten much easier now, but like in the beginning, I really had to face that because like, you know, that it's uncomfortable for multiple reasons, but we've all gone through things in our lives that affect us differently. And that's how some of the stuff I've gone through has affected me. Like, it's just like not a good idea if people actually like me.
Yeah.
But I think I can just see that in him. And maybe because like it's something I've gone through or whatever, but it appears to me that that's what's happening with him.
Yeah. He's really strange to me because when they were talking to, was it the sex therapist they talked to?
Yeah.
And, they were going through that and he was like not letting her talk. And then he was like, he made that comment about, well, this is my wife and I'm going to make sure she's okay. And I'm like, this is confusing to me because you're not showing up like in the day to day, but when you're in front of somebody, now you're going to like pull rank. Like, what is this?
Yeah. So I actually made a note about that too. I'm so glad you brought that up because he clearly cares about her. He's protective, which is such an amazing masculine quality. And he like wanted to make sure she was okay in the situation.
See, I always think it was like fake. I felt like it was fake.
Oh, yeah. No, see, I do feel like he has that protective mode. Because he's done it with her in the past, and I think that's something probably culturally that he did grow up with. Like that's what men do. So I do think it's like who he knows himself to be as a man. At the same time, she definitely needs honesty from him to like move through what's going on. And he thinks it's protecting her to not be honest. And that's clearly like
No, yeah.
that works. But what I was going to say even more is when the sex therapist asked him like, what is it he's feeling? He like went like this and he put like it was like with his hand, he put a wall up in front of himself. Okay. And the sex therapist, like my question would have been, okay, what is that motion?
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't know what it is. I can't articulate it.
It's like a moon's voice.
So it's like to me, it's like, okay, then let me get you in your body, out of your head, because he was so in his mind. And you're making this motion, like, tell me what that means. What is that motion? Like,
Yeah.
and just like drawing him more into his body. And because even when she was like, okay, I don't think you're understanding this, so I would recommend you going to therapy by yourself to get into different emotions. And he was so against that. I kind of wondered, what if, I mean, not that these people would do this, but like, what if he worked with, someone that does like the kind of work I do where it's like really embodied. It's not, you don't have to go in your mind to actually discourage people from just mind, right? And like, let's go into your body because I think there's a lot that needs to be unlocked in his body for him to like express.
Yes. He definitely also made that comment about like being on TV and obviously understanding that he's putting himself out there for ridicule. So he's trying to navigate that.
Yes.
I just really struggle. This whole series, this whole show, I'm really struggling because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of rules that they have to follow. And just the fact that they can divorce already, I'm just like, what? Like, what is happening? Not that I don't think that, yes, it wouldn't be fair to Lauren and Orion to have to put up with each other, I suppose. But I'm just so shocked, like right after the honeymoon, that it's just like, okay, you guys can divorce. Good luck.
What? So you would like them to have more rules?
Yes, I would.
So
I just feel like in Love is Blind, it's very like, you guys have to do this next and this next and this next and that kind of a thing. Because I guess I'm just like, well, what was the point? I guess I feel like the rules maybe force people to carry on and eventually be open-minded. I don't know. I just feel like these people signed up for something, and there's very few of them that I feel like are really embracing it.
Right. But I see your point. And I also kind of like that there aren't, I mean, I'm sure there are some rules, right? But like,
Yeah.
that there aren't a lot of hardcore ones about things like that, because I enjoy seeing their own authentic journey, like, and the way it goes up and down and all around and weaves in and out, because we saw in the previews for what's to come, like at the end of 12. Like,
Yeah, I'm so annoyed.
Ryan is going back to Lauren and saying, I want another chance. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, and
Oh, she'll take it. You know, she's going to be like, okay.
And there's, I would be like, no, because now I am not sexually attracted to you at all whatsoever. And there could be zero chance of mending that after what
Is he like a virgin? Like, is that your fear? You're a virgin? Because I don't think he is, but I'm just like, I don't. Like, he's a whiny baby, lives in his mom's basement.
Oh, yeah, he lives with his
energy.
mom.
Like,
oh my God, speaking of basements, can we please talk about Camden lived in that basement?
Cameron? Oh, yeah.
Cameron,
Yeah, that was like weird.
Sorry. He lives in that basement and like I'm not kidding you. Like, I cannot handle, I thought, first of all, I thought he has to be a caves environment in human design, because that's the only kind of person I think who could live in there, because there wasn't one goddamn window. But I would have to be out of there in about 2 minutes. There's no way. I was getting panicked just watching it.
Yeah, that's funny.
I was like, that is how he lives every day of his life. Oh my God, he didn't even have like a stove or an oven. Like, he had no stove or oven.
That doesn't surprise me with him, though. I could see him just being like a 2 meals a day kind of a guy.
Yeah, but I still would need like something to cook on.
He probably doesn't cook. He probably just eats out every day.
He eats Vegemite or whatever that stuff's called, he said.
Yeah, it's from Australia.
Ugh. Anyway, yeah, anyway, I think about Orion, he just probably, I mean, he says he's had sex, and he pointed out his sex toys and all that, but I feel like when people act that way and like talk about their birth certificate or whatever, it's like he's trying to like overcompensate or prove for something.
Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking.
I just think when men know that they're masculine and know that they're good, or know, like, they don't behave like that.
Yeah.
Or even, I mean, yeah, like it could even just be low self-esteem, but for some reason he feels the need to act that way. And then, yeah, I hope she says no when he comes back. Crawling back, I hope she's like, no. But we'll see.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm really excited to keep going, because I mean, I should say I'm really excited to keep going. It's definitely a good distraction from my situations in life, but I don't know. I'm just over it. I'm going to look at my notes.
Yeah.
Oh, I have it on here. Orion apologized, failed miserably. Lauren really cuts through the crap. That's what I put down for her. Yeah, Emily and Brennan, I did have on here. I said, I understand why he'd be hesitate to say something, but he just needs to cut through the crap. Like, I don't know. He needs to cut through the crap.
Yeah.
If this was real life, oh, I forgot that.
Oh God, yes, he did say that.
Brennan, I'm so glad I looked at my notes, because that was something that like blew my mind. And he's like, well, if this was real life, and I'm like, what did you people think you signed up for? Like, what did you people think you signed up for? Yes, I thought her friends were in poor taste, to be honest with you.
I did too. I didn't like it. At the wig
yeah,
party.
Yeah, I thought that was just like ridiculous. And I love how mature she was. And she's like, well, my friends are a reflection of me. And like, I don't really appreciate like how they handled that. And I would have felt the same way. Like there is no reason to just like come at him and attack him. But I wonder if it wasn't like a jealousy thing or like what their motivation
Maybe,
was.
maybe because these two girls were very different than her friends that were at the wedding.
Yeah.
But I remember one of her friends at the beginning, and I don't remember which one it was, but it may have been one of these two. Like, I just don't remember. One of them said something about, like, they kind of put her down. Like, um, like, she's going to have to learn it's not all about her, and, or something like that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I feel like that was part of a conversation that was had. And I really didn't like it when they talked to the families at the weddings. Like I thought that was weird. I'm like, you can't like put stuff in people's brains. They haven't even met this person really yet. Like,
Right. But I do think that the situation with these two girls who came in, they came in hot and swinging.
yeah, like they had an agenda already.
Instead of being curious and being like happy for her, it was like they were just nitpicking over the smallest things because they were going off like that Brennan didn't say, "Can I help you with the food for the
Yeah,
party?"
that's
But yet in every okay, if he never helped with anything, that would be relevant. But like in every episode I've ever seen them eat, he's the one cooking the meals.
yeah.
So clearly he does things, or at least it looks that way from what we're seeing. And instead of being like going off on him about that, they could have just been like, hey, we noticed this. Like, do you pitch in? Do you help?
Right.
Or like, what do you think about roles in relationships? Or they could have even made a joke about it. But instead, it was like, you're a horrible human being because you didn't ask if you could help her with the food. And
That was so bizarre. I was
that
just
one
like,
girl's
oh,
voice, the way she spoke, oh, I hate when people talk like that.
yeah, I was really uncomfortable because I was like, thought he handled it the best he could given what was happening. I just was like, this is like way too over the top. Like you literally just met him and you're like, going off on him, going off on the deep end on him about all this stuff that like I don't even know is that relevant. Like,
Yeah. And I think also with this is reminding me of when Becca talked to Austin's friends, and his friend told her, like, I have been friends with him all this time. And I can't remember if he was atheist or agnostic, his friend,
yeah,
that he was like, religion has never even come up in our relationship. Like, I don't think it's, unless this is something new for him, I don't think it's like as big of a deal as he seems to be making it. And I
yeah,
thought, for me, I thought that's another example of like, your nervous system's upregulated. You realize, oh shit, I married a stranger. So now you're like latching on to every single possible thing that could be wrong, or like,
yes, and fixating on it.
yeah, where it's like, wait a minute, if I take a breath, do I really even care
Yes,
about this? Or is this something that's manageable? Like, does she have to agree 100% with my belief system to raise me
right.
or whatever? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I just think
I think you're hitting it right on the money with like the fact that people are dysregulated. They're just latching on to all of these problems because they're freaking out that they just did this. I don't know what they expected it to be like.
right.
Rainbows and butterflies and there would be no issues ever. Like, how is
Right.
that realistic? Like, I know my husband, I knew him for 5 years before we got married. I'm telling you what, we got problems. But it's like you just get through it. Like that's the thing that's, Brendan keeps talking about how he wants to be married forever and he doesn't want a divorce. And it's like, well, then you need to put on your big boy pants and get through it. you know, decide what's for you and get through it. If that's really how you feel, if that's really what your heart's desire is to marry once and never divorce, then you need to get through it.
Right. And you've got to like be willing to do whatever it takes. And if going to therapy is what it takes, or going to some sort of embodiment practitioner or whatever, like find your path. If therapy doesn't feel right, that's fine. That's great. You don't need to do therapy, but find what you can do. And it's not, I take an extra long shower and process in there by myself. Like that's not the answer.
That was just crazy to me. I didn't understand that extra long.
Like sometimes we need someone.
Okay.
Right. Sometimes we need someone external to us to show us things, to ask us questions, to give us a different perspective, to like say, what were you just doing right there with your body language? Because that there's something locked up in that. Let's talk about that. Like, and your friends, as great as friends are, and as amazing as our friends can be, like they're not always gonna be able to do that for us.
Yes.
So, you know, or family or whatever.
Clearly
Like
her as dysregulated as all get out, because I don't even feel like she acts that way. Like I think if Brennan could just be honest with Emily and have said, like, I'm just feeling really overwhelmed, like it's just been a lot and I just need some time by myself. Like, yeah, that's gonna hurt somebody's feelings, but that's better than just like, you know, skirting around the issue.
yeah, and he just kept saying, I just don't feel romantic. I don't feel attracted to you. And I'm like, that's BS because I saw you on the honeymoon. And you said it that you were on the honeymoon. So like something shifted, but you don't even know what. And when the therapist asks, or the sex therapist is asking you, okay, well, what are you feeling or what's your emotion? I don't have it. I don't have any emotions. Okay, ding, ding, ding. That is a clear sign that you might need to go and like talk to someone about where you've shut down all of your emotions.
Yeah, and why?
Yeah, and get in touch with feeling them again.
Yeah. Yeah, but lots of people get scared about feeling things, which I understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's a control issue. I can control this, so I'm not going to feel it, and it'll
But
just all work out.
if you cannot feel the like difficult negative things, you also cannot feel the joy. You can only access the depths and the extent, like for each end of the spectrum, right? So like if I only let myself feel a little bit of pain, I can only actually access a little bit of joy.
Yes.
If I want to be in my full joy and my full pleasure, then I have to be willing to feel my full pain and my full disappointment and my full rage. And like, and the more you expand your capacity on either end of that spectrum, you're going to automatically expand it on the other end. But like, you have to have the courage to do that if you want to live a full life.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're blocking yourself in. And you can't just block one emotion and expect that then you'll feel the other one. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, caging yourself in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that a lot. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. And you said, well, we did decide we're going to skip 13 because we don't need to listen to the experts panel.
No, we don't give a shit.
We're just going to go into 14. Yeah, that's not what we're here for. We didn't sign up to hear the experts talk.
No, like we are the experts. We don't need to hear them. Obviously.
Yeah, you got that right. You got that right, girls. I completely agree.
Yeah, so we'll do the next, I don't know, 3 or 4. This is a very long season, so we're trying to like get through them. Yeah, do you have anything else for this one?
I don't think so. I went through my notes and I made sure I got all that. Yeah, I'm glad we did talk about Brennan's. That's my wife.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really hopeful that it'll get better because at this point I'm just like, why am I even watching this? What's the point? None of you people are invested in this.
Yeah. See, I like it because it's like that, like that just going on their journey with them. and then I have no clue how it's going to
Yeah.
end. They're all over the place, because I think that's a good representation for life. Like, we want everything to be point A to point B, straight trajectory. But like, my life for sure has not been that way. I'm an emotional being in human design, and I'm a line 3. So you've got the line 3, even though you're not emotional. But it's a very like winding, twisting, like, it's just, I'm all every which way, and then I do end up where I need to be. So I find it fascinating to watch other people
Yeah.
who also operate that way. Maybe because it just tells me I'm not alone. But you know what? Cameron said,
No,
and I made note of it
alone.
in one of the episodes, he was like, when the sex therapist said to them, hey, will you all just have fun and whatever? He said, okay, I am not going to commit to that right now. I just need to sleep on it. And then I'll see in the morning how I feel. And I think I do that with like everything in my life. Because it made me think, oh, I wonder if he's an emotional being in human design, because I just know I'm like up, down, zigzag all around, and then I land with like, this is what I want. And I've learned, if I tell people up front, like my first response, oftentimes I do get back to that response, but sometimes I change my mind, and then I feel bad for like backing out or shifting. And so it's just better if I take a day or two.
Yeah.
Mama.
Anyway.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I like that model of living. Is like, give me a chance to think about it.
Mama.
Don't do that. And then we'll go from there.
Yeah. All right. Well, it sounds like we're finished.
Yeah. I thought that would take us longer to like hash out, but I think you're right. We both watched it a couple of days ago, so it's less irritating.
What are you doing?
That's what I'll say.
We've
Irritating.
accepted that these people are who they are.
When it comes off.
And yeah.
Let me check.
Perfect. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I will let you go.
Yeah,
until
episode
next
14.
time.
Episode 14's next. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
What?